Hello, and welcome back to the English Cast. I'm Ryan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, and we're very happy to have you with us today.
Emma, how has your morning been so far?
It's been pretty good, but I had a bit of a stressful start. I had to rush to the supermarket. I was trying to make breakfast and realized we didn't have any eggs.
Oh, that's the worst. There is nothing more frustrating than starting to cook and realizing a main ingredient is missing. Did you manage to find some?
Yeah, I grabbed some eggs and a few other things. The store was really crowded, though, so it took longer than I expected.
You know, it's funny you just said, didn't have any eggs and grabbed some. I was reading an email from a listener earlier this week who was really frustrated by those exact words.
Oh, really? What did they say?
He wrote, I went to the store because I didn't have some milk.
Ah, yeah, I hear that a lot. I didn't have some. It sounds just a little bit unnatural.
Exactly. And that is what we are going to clear up today. Some and any are two of the most common words in English, but choosing between them can confuse a lot of people.
It definitely can. But there is a very simple pattern to follow. It really comes down to the type of sentence you are making.
Let's start with the word some. We use some when we are making a positive statement. It means a certain amount, but we don't need to say the exact number.
Right. Like my shopping trip this morning. I said, I grabbed some eggs. I didn't specify that I bought 12 eggs. I just bought a positive amount.
You also use it when the thing you are talking about is uncountable. For example, I need some water, or he has some free time. It is just a positive, existing amount.
I left some papers on your desk earlier today.
A positive sentence gets some. It also works perfectly when you are describing a scene. If you walk into a park, you might say, I saw some children playing.
Or, there are some birds in the trees. You aren't counting the exact number of birds. You are just acknowledging that they exist.
So, some is the word for positive existence. But what happens when we change that sentence to a negative? What if the amount is 0?
That is when we switch to any. We use any in negative sentences, usually with words like don't, didn't, or haven't.
So, going back to your breakfast story, you looked in your fridge and said, we didn't have any eggs.
Exactly. Because it is a negative situation, the word some disappears. I can't say I don't have some eggs.
I hear that mistake from my students. They want to say 0, so they say, I don't have some money.
The brain just translates the word for a little bit and puts a negative word in front of it. But in English, the negative completely changes the word to any.
So the correct way to say it is, I don't have any money. Or, she didn't make any mistakes. It feels very absolute.
It really emphasizes the zero amount. If you go to a parking lot and it is completely full, you say, there aren't any spaces left.
You wouldn't say, there aren't some spaces. That feels like a contradiction. Now, the third piece of this puzzle is asking questions. This is where it gets a little more flexible.
Generally, when we ask a standard question, we use any. We are checking if an amount exists at all.
If I am looking for a pen, I will ask you, do you have any pens?
And I would answer, no, I don't have any. Or, yes, I have some.
Are there any messages for me? Did you buy any milk? It is just a basic search for information.
You hear this a lot in stores. If you walk into a clothing store, an employee might ask, Do you need any help?
Let's look at a common mistake learners make with questions. Emma, pretend you are a student and ask me about my weekend plans using the wrong word.
Okay. Ryan, do you have some plans for the weekend?
That is a very common one. Do you have some plans? It is a standard question, so we want to use any.
So I should just say, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Exactly. We use any because you don't know the answer yet. You are fishing for information. If you don't know the answer, use any.
This is where people get confused because there is an exception. What if I do know the answer, or I expect the answer to be yes?
This is a very natural part of spoken English. We use some in questions when we are making an offer or a request,
Like when you invite someone into your home, you want to be polite and offer them a drink.
right? You don't ask, "Do you want any coffee?" That sounds a bit cold, almost like an interrogation. You expect them to say yes, so you use some.
You ask, would you like some coffee? It sounds so much warmer and more welcoming.
Or if you are at a restaurant and you want to order, you are making a request. You expect the waiter to bring the food.
So I would say, can I have some extra napkins, please?
You wouldn't say, "Can I have any extra napkins?" Because that sounds like you are questioning if the restaurant even owns napkins.
That makes sense. Some makes offers and requests feel polite and positive.
Take a moment and think about this situation. You are at the office and you feel a headache starting. You walk over to your coworker's desk to ask for medicine.
Think about how you would ask, are you making a request? Or are you just fishing for information?
Which one sounds more natural? Do you have any aspirin? Or can I have some aspirin?
That is a great everyday situation. If you just want to know if the medicine exists in their desk, you ask, do you have any aspirin?
But if you see the bottle on their desk and you want them to give it to you, you make a request. Can I have some aspirin? Both are correct, but the feeling changes based on what you need.
Let's put these rules into a few short, real-life scenes. Let's start with a restaurant scene.
I will be the waiter. Are you ready to order? Would you like some appetizers to start?
Yes, please. We will have the garlic bread. But my friend is allergic to dairy. Does the bread have any cheese on it?
No, it doesn't have any cheese. I can also bring you some olive oil for dipping.
You hear that at restaurants all the time. The waiter offered food, so he used some appetizers and some olive oil.
And you didn't know the ingredients, so you asked a standard question. Does it have any cheese? Then I gave a negative answer. It doesn't have any cheese.
Let's do a quick phone call scene. Imagine we are planning a party.
Hey, Emma, I'm at the grocery store right now. Do we need any drinks for tonight?
Yes, we already have some juice, but we don't have any soda.
Okay, I'll grab some. Do you want me to pick up any snacks while I'm here?
No, we don't need any snacks. We have plenty.
People use that rhythm every single day. I asked a general question. Do we need any drinks?
I gave a positive fact. We have some juice. Then a negative fact. We don't have any soda.
Let's try one more at the office. We are looking for office supplies.
Ryan, I can't find any printer paper in the supply room.
Really? There was some paper there yesterday. Did you look on the bottom shelf?
I checked everywhere. We don't have any left. Can you order some more today?
Sure, I'll order some right now.
In a normal office, you naturally start with a negative. I can't find any paper.
I used a positive statement about the past. There was some paper there yesterday.
Then I made a polite request at the end. Can you order some more?
Before we summarize, there is one more very natural way we use any that sounds a bit advanced, but it is actually very simple.
Are you talking about using any in a positive sentence?
Yes, this is the tricky part. Sometimes we use any to mean it doesn't matter which one.
Oh, you hear that a lot. If you're offering me a pen and you have a red one, a blue one, and a black one,
Ryan, I could say, you can take any pen you want. The sentence is positive, but any means the choice is completely open.
you hear this a lot with time and dates. Call me anytime. Or any day next week works for me.
It gives the listener total freedom. You can sit anywhere. You can eat anything on the menu.
It is a really polite way to express flexibility. If someone asks what movie you want to watch, you can just say, I will watch any movie. It just means you don't mind.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off the other person. Let's do a quick, clean summary so our listeners can lock these rules in.
First, use some for positive statements. You have an amount, and it exists. I bought some apples.
Second, use any for negative statements. The amount is 0. I didn't buy any apples.
Third, use any for general questions when you don't know the answer. Did you buy any apples?
Fourth, switch back to some when you are making a polite offer or a request. Would you like some apples?
And finally, you can use any in a positive sentence when you mean, it doesn't matter which one. You can choose any apple in the basket.
If you practice these basic steps, your sentences will sound incredibly natural and clear. All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope this conversation helped make English feel clearer and more natural for you in everyday situations.
Remember, progress comes from small daily practice.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the English Cast so you don't miss the next one.
And as always, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep connecting. Thanks for spending your time with us. We'll see you in the next episode.